or welcome back to my channel. I do not discriminate. And I'm just gonna do a real quick reading. I got an urge, y'all. I did one earlier, but I got something pulling on me. I have I have just a serious feeling that I should do this real quick because either somebody needs to hear it, or maybe there's parts of it that I need to hear, maybe both of those things. So I am fitting to get into it, y'all, and I am not gonna be able to do it. Okay, so basically, I'm gonna split the deck. I love to split the deck, and what I'm getting right now is that you have some people in your past that tried to take your energy, and they're gonna have to deal with the fact that it's not actually theirs, and they're not entitled to it. And I feel this heavy atmosphere of the fact that and I was talking about this in my earlier life too, that you were showing up for others for so long that you forgot how much you were giving. So, hey Mike. So these people were showing up to take your energy and then run with it and not give you any credibility. And they forgot that it did not belong to them. So now they have to sit with the ultimatum to either do their shadow work or not do it and continue to be the same person and continue to hurt and continue to feel like everything is going wrong for them and they're losing all of the blessings that they acquired in the first place. That was your energy out of selfishness. So they can either turn around and actually become this person. And see, that's what a lot of narcissists forget, is that it's never too late. You can continuously work on yourself. You always have that option. So these are people that I'm just like seeing, we're trying to take so much from you without you noticing. And in the process of trying to take so much from you without you noticing, the universe saw the whole process of them literally trying to destiny swap with you without you noticing. So this is the issue, because so much of you was dedicated to being the bigger person until one day you just got to the point and you said, you know what, that I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna be whatever kind of person that I need to be. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna be the person that not only that I want to be, but that I need for my soul in order to move on. Because this is something that has been bothering you for such a long time. You just want people to reciprocate you and show up for you and give you the same amount of reciprocation that you give out in order to contribute to a higher dimension that you see yourself partaking in. But the only thing that's getting in your way is that you don't necessarily believe that you're capable of it. And not only do you not believe that you're capable of it, but all you've ever known is detriment. All you've ever known is pain. All you've ever known is hurt and continuous cycles of it at that. So this is a time for balance. This is a time of finally coming into yourself and understanding that how much you have to give. All right, so let's shuffle these up a little bit and see what's really going down. And I'm not going to make this live too long, so if y'all got any questions, shoot them right now, y'all. Let me know what's up with y'all. Okay, so I'm feeling drawn to this card because this is an energy of exhausting all of your resources and finally having to understand, okay, so I've went on this path 1,000 times over and I was talking about this in my live earlier too. I went on this path of continuously trying to be the person that shows up for other people and comes off as inadequate and comes off as incompetent and in denial, if you will. Because this is a version of yourself that is a people pleaser. This is a version of yourself that says you can have this amount of energy from me as long as you leave me alone. As long as you leave me the fuck alone, you can have whatever you want from me, but you're gonna have to stay out my energetic field. So the issue with this is that the people that you told to do this did not stay out of your energetic field because they ran out of, ooh, this is so interesting. They ran out of the certain amount of energy that you supplied them with. So now they're coming back and they're saying, you know, I'm losing my base. I'm losing my base, and I feel like you built it for me in the first place. So can you just do it again real quick? Like, you're so good at doing it. So can you just do it again? And you're finally sticking up for yourself. Yeah, once again, you're finally sticking up for yourself. You're not dissociating from your own needs in order to show up for these people who only want to take from you and give nothing back, and once again do not want to give you that reciprocation that is needed in order for you to feel like you're appreciated. And the funny thing about this is that the people who take so much from you, they really do appreciate you, and they're not even willing to admit it because it would mean that they would have to be vulnerable within themselves. And it would also mean that they would have to go on this whole journey of what is within them and accept the blessings that is the universe and the present moment. And they're not ready for this because they feel that they cannot get to the emotional heights that you have within yourself due to the hermitry that you have successfully undergone. Damn, girl. I like that. That's an interesting question, Rajan. If I said that wrong, just correct me. I am in this limbo right now of being between what is my successful self and what is my people-pleasing self, if you will. Because the only reason I have not been successful up to this point is because I was so busy trying to show up for other people and accessing my energy pool in order to do so. And I'm finally in this little in-between that is the self-awareness of understanding that I need more. Of understanding that I am allowed to ask for more. Of understanding that I am allowed to ask for more. And within that, I mean, this comes right back down to survivor's guilt, right? This comes right back down to honing. Confirmation verb. Of honing your possibilities, your presentation, and your, I'm hearing posture, but this is not just physical. This is a posture of spirituality. This is the straightening of your, what's the word? Of your alignment. Your alignment is thoroughly straightening itself out because you are meeting yourself exactly where you need to be meant. Which is understanding how capable you are and how true to yourself you are and how much of yourself you are, even in a situation where you're not getting anything that you need. My phone is about to die, y'all. And yes, you have a good point. And this is exactly, why so many people find themselves in the continuous cycle of feeling like a failure. Because you keep trying to show up for these people that are not meeting you where you are and acting like they're so above you and acting like they have so much more than you. When realistically, as I said, they just don't want to admit how much you mean to them because that is vulnerability. And I've seen people that have been really good friends to me at first, and then they start breaking down and realizing how vulnerable it is, and they switch on me, and then they start, I notice, one of the first red flags for me is that people will start interrupting me when I'm saying something vulnerable, or when I just am having a good conversation with them. Next thing you know, I'm not having a good conversation because people love to interrupt me when they realize how vulnerable I am within myself. And not only that, but how vulnerable people have to be in order to maintain a conversation with me. And I'll be real. Like, this is not something that is contributing to my ego. Because, I mean, me and my ego are not necessarily on talking terms when it comes to the contribution of narcissistic traits, right? Me and my ego are on talking terms when it comes to the contribution of being able to maintain a physical standpoint within my life. Because if you do not have ego, you're not going to be able to live successfully, because you're not going to be able to, I mean, it would essentially be like living as a mermaid. You know, you just came out of the water. What is this fork, bro? What, I'll brush my hair with this? So it's just like that. You gotta have you gotta have a little scrape of ego, because you're not gonna survive if you don't. I'll be real. But you just gotta make sure that ego is checked. Okay, you just gotta check your ego, and then it will take you places, and it will get you in touch with yourself. And not only that, but you're gonna be able to realize that all of the work that you've been picking up for other people, once you're honest with yourself and your ego, you're gonna realize you can put all that work down. And it makes it that much easier to exist within said ego, in order to maintain your car and maintain your job and maintain all of these physicalities, right? So 11:44. My current goals mainly consist of maintaining my sanity, and I say this because I think it's really important to touch on. I'm not saying it as a joke. I truly think my sanity is one of the most important things to me, and everything else is kind of just a bonus at this point. You know, if I got a couple $100 in my bank account, oh sweet, yeah, you know, that's a bonus, but I'm wealthy regardless within myself. 12-12. So it's gonna work itself out. It's gonna gotta work itself out. Alright, what am I at? Alright, I got 6%, so I'm gonna pull one more card out. Yeah. It's just this feeling of going on a different variation of a journey, because this is no longer truthfully the journey of the fool. This is the journey of understanding everything that you have worked for up to this point, and that you don't have to work so hard, is basically what this phase is for. So y'all keep it cool, kind, and classy, and keep it moving.